Keep the Beat Alive. We've talked about this in episode 1. This is the most amazing nonprofit that keeps our music industry alive while they're on tour.
Yes, and we're very proud. It's been a crazy ride, but it's been a great ride. Almost 6 years ago. Over that time, we've installed almost 1,500 automatic external defibrillators. We've installed multiple first aid kits. We've trained thousands of touring staff. We are the only nationally certified instructors for the American Heart Association. Everyone else is local. We train in CPR, AED, and as of 2019, we're proud to say that we actually are now going to be the only nationally certified first aid and gunshot wound treatment for the American Heart Association training programs.
You guys are absolutely amazing.
It's been fun. Honestly, it's just been a lot of fun. And it's been a labor of love. It's a team effort project. We've got a wonderful team that does it. Myself, Chris Musgrave, who was a former touring manager from everybody to Guns N' Roses to Skid Row. He was actually driving in the car when Tupac got shot.
My God.
He's one of the most fascinating people. He actually was part of Death Row Records, met those guys at UCLA, and had a very, very, very illustrious touring career. And then dropped over dead downtown with a cardiac arrest while he was tour managing Fuel. I happened to be on site, defibrillated him, got him to New Hanover Regional Medical Center, and he got back. He woke back up, and he and I had been working in the business for years. And he looked up at me and he said, "Damian, what are you doing in Scrubs?"
Shouldn't you be in some rock and roll form?
Shouldn't you be, like, doing music photography, or shouldn't you be managing the soundboard? I said, "Well, Chris, my day job is actually doctor. I know we've not talked about this, but I'm an interventional cardiologist." And he said, "Damian, that's not funny. I'm having a heart attack." I said, well, no, Chris, I know you're having a heart attack.
Because I'm the one who saved you.
And so, to make a long story short, a lot of banter between that, and he ended up with 4 stents that day. And while he was recuperating, we ended up hatching the idea of Keep the Beat Alive. 1,500 defibrillators, 186 saves later, and
counting.
And counting.
For those who don't know, yes, we know you in the Wilmington area as a cardiologist, but many also know you on the music side. So you went to Berkeley and Harvard.
So I was in Boston at Harvard Medical School. My childhood friend from kindergarten, Tony DeMito, was at Berkeley Music School. Ended up living with Tony, matriculating at Berkeley while I was at Harvard. So ended up with degrees at Harvard and Berkeley Music School.
I'm sorry, but that just means to me, you just couldn't decide which you liked more.
I was a musician for a lot longer than I was a doctor.
Right.
And so to me, it was more about life balance, because I can't imagine not being both. If you're a musician your whole life, and then you become a doctor, you don't stop being a musician. And so I think it's important to understand that, life balance for anybody is important. And mine is just, I'm a dad first and a husband second, and then I'm a musician and a doctor. More musician than doctor, if I'm being really honest.
Have you seen his office? Stop by here in Carolina Beach and he will prove that point to you.
But it's that. I think the times in my life where I've felt least life balance is when I'm doing too much of one or the other. And that life balance is really important to me. And as I, get into my 30th year of both, being doctor and musician, I've just found different avenues to express them both. And I think Keep the Beat Alive is kind of 30 years in the making, in that I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to marry those two sides of my life balance. And now I'm a doctor to musicians, and it actually works pretty darn well, and we've got really good results to show.
Island Cardiology here in Pleasure Island, and now Keep the Beat Alive worldwide. It's Damian Brezinski. Thanks for letting me come by.
Anytime.
Amazing. So if you want to read more about Keep the Beat Alive and donate, head over now to keepthebeatalive.org.